My dog was just going off right when I pushed record. Hi, guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. I'm a manifestation coach. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to check out my coaching services. Today, we're going to talk about detaching and letting go. And I want to talk about this because there seems to be a really large misconception about having to do that being a requirement in order to get your manifestation. And it's just sort of being looked at backwards. People are looking at it as like a thing they're trying to make themselves do. I have to detach from this. I have to let go of this. I have to not need this or not really even want it. Or as soon as I move on from it, it's going to show up. And I want to clear that up by pointing out to you that detaching and letting go in and of itself is not what causes a manifestation to come in. Detaching and letting go is more like a consequence or a manifestation of actually shifting into a new state of consciousness or a new self-concept, a new way of assuming, a new way of thinking and being and doing. And so it just so happens that it looks like detaching and letting go is what brings in the manifestation. But again, like that's just a symptom. That's just an effect to the greater cause of shifting your state of consciousness. And it's not even required because really what happens is people think that when they get over their ex comes back and it's because they didn't even want it anymore, right? I let go, I detached, I didn't care anymore. And yeah, that's apparent, that's happening. But what really is happening is that you've shifted or they've shifted into a state, into a concept, into an existence, into an assumption where they're no longer putting that person on a pedestal. They're no longer comparing themselves to that person. They're no longer looking at themselves and thinking why that person is treating me this way, why they don't want me. Is there somebody else? Am I good enough? Is it them? Is it me? They're not doing all of that, creating all these stories about wanting this person and not being able to get them. And so they've let go in a sense, but what they've really done is they've embraced a new state, a state that says, I don't actually even need that. I'm all good. That's not validating me anymore. I don't care what they think of me. And so they're giving the space and room for that to come in, right? So there is an element of detaching and letting go that's required or that you will naturally step into, but it's not letting go of the desire at all. In fact, you never have to detach or let go of what you want or detach from it. Like I manifest things very consciously and deliberately, and I hold that definition of aim. Like this is what I'm getting. This is what I will experience. And so that brings me into what the difference is, right? It's not that I'm detaching and letting go from the desire. I'm actually detaching and letting go from letting my 3D validate. So I've detached and let go of needing that manifestation, but it's not like, oh, it'll be fine if I don't get it. It's like, well, it's going to happen, but I don't need it to. It's a very interesting, it's sort of this like really different place that I didn't exist in before, where it's like, I know that will be my experience. I know that's going to be my reality, but I'm not like needing it and I'm not worried about it. And I'm not, there's not a need for it. I know that I'm achieving the fulfillment within. And as a result, I will walk through the garden of my manifestation. I will experience it in the reflection, but I know that it's me. I'm doing it internally. I'm giving it to me now. And as a result, it's going to be reflected back. And so that's what I'm detaching from, or what I have detached from, is that idea that 3D means something, that it validates me. Oh, good, they did this, they must want me. Oh, good, I have this, I must be worthy. Oh, good, it showed up, things must be working out for me, right? That's what that's the ultimate detachment. That's what your end goal is for learning to let go and detach. It's letting go and detaching of that old self-concept, letting go and detaching of those old assumptions, thoughts, and beliefs, letting go and detaching. I keep saying of after detaching, which should be from, whatever. Letting go and detaching from the state of consciousness that says, I need this. I hope I can have this. I don't know if I'm good enough, but if it shows up, that means I am. you're letting go of all of that. You're detaching from all of that. You're embracing the self-concept that says fulfillment comes from within. I am all that I have ever been seeking. I give it to myself in imagination, and then I will experience it in 3D through all of my senses. I am the operant power. I don't need anything outside of me to validate me or give me any feelings, because nothing outside of me gives me feelings. It just reflects back those that already exist within me. The kingdom of heaven is within. That's what you're embracing. And as a result of embracing that, you will naturally detach and let go of those other undesirable concepts, states of consciousness, and assumptions and beliefs, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. So don't feel like you have to not want your desire, or you have to make yourself be okay with not getting it. It's much bigger than that. It's about you're learning to think from the concept, from the state of consciousness of, I'm giving it to myself. I don't ever need it outside of me. I will get to experiences outside of me because it will be reflected back. I will walk through the garden of the manifestation of the seeds that I have sown, but I'm the one sowing the seeds, and I'm giving it to myself then. And that's when it's the most real. That's when it's the most real. That's when you're actually doing it. That's when you're actually making it be your thing. You're making it come into your existence when you give it to yourself in imagination first. And then the rest is just the reflection that will happen automatically from there. All right? All right. You guys are awesome. I will see you next video.